features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrews royalty. Tea Time with Shebrews royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrews royalty. Shebrews royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, temperance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrews royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit. Shebrews royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, temperance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrews royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit.
Shalom, 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 sisters. Shalom. Come on in. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, sisters. Come on in. Come on in. As you come in, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you haven't already done so, come on in. Let's see who is in the house already. Who is here already? Oh my gosh, look at who is here. Wow. Sister Johnny is here. Shalom, sis. I know. It's so good to see you back here. Yes. Wow. Sister Marquita, happy brew year. All praises. Yes, Sister Adana, happy brew year. Shalom, sisters. Shalom, Sister Adana. Sister Habkarad. Shalom. Happy New Year. Happy New Brew Year. How about that? New Brew Year. Sister Habkarad says, I love your hair like that. Oh, sis, the water. Oh, it's been a while since I've worn it like this. So I said, you know what? It's a new year. Why not? Why not? Why not? Yeah, it's over the top. I know. Literally over the top. But yes, thank you, the water. All praises to the Most High. Let us get this Shebrew Royal Tea Party started. Please, please, please hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Sister Phyllis says, thank you all for all you do. Oh, the water, sis, the water. All praises to the Most High, the water. The water. Why not? Why not, Sister Adenau? What's mine is yours. What's mine is yours, my sister. What's mine is yours. All you have to say is the word. Sister Edwinette, happy new brew year. Shalom. That's right. That is right. We are in a new brew year. I am loving it. I am loving it. All praises to the Most High. How was your week? How was your week? How was your Shabbat? Shabbat was amazing as usual, Another busy week, and that's good. Busy is good. But don't forget, take time for self-care. We talked about that. So it's okay to have busy and productive weeks, but please, please, please be sure to take time out for that self-care. Sister Habkarad says, so blessed, all praises. Sister Adonai, that's what I'm saying. All you have to do is say the word, Sister Diane, you are back. So good to see you back, sis. I've missed you. Shalom. So good to, and you were probably watching, but later on, or not posting, but it's so good to see you. Sister Adana says, a blessed week, says our family just growing. New baby and one on the way. All praises to the Most High. So new year, new baby, new season. I mean, all praises. Happy March. Happy spring. And happy and blessed new year. Yeah, we're in a new season. We're in spring. The new year. It's a new week. We got a lot of new things going on today. So let's just get these disclaimers out of the way so we can get this New Year's party started. How does that sound? So before moving forward in the discussion, let's just get these disclaimers out of the way. Let me start by saying tea time with Shebrew royalty is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. But if you happen upon this channel and realize that you don't agree with our beliefs or our lifestyle, it's okay to keep searching YouTube until you find your perfect cup of tea. You owe that to yourself, and I'm sure that you will find your perfect flavor. What I do ask is that you not leave any insults, any derogatory statements in the comment box. That would be distasteful. We would really appreciate it, and we thank you in advance. Also, although I am a licensed physician assistant and certified functional nutrition informed professional, and I will be touching on topics of health and wellness on my broadcast, we will not be utilizing this platform to diagnose or treat anyone's illnesses. If you're experiencing any medical problems, please consult your healthcare practitioner. And the views that you will hear on this channel are the views of myself or my guest, and not those of any particular church or organization. That being said, let's talk about My Guardian Doc, because as much as we don't like to, sometimes it is necessary for us to seek out medical care. So I would like to share with you another option to keep in mind, myguardiandoc.com. Give me just a second to get this video up on the screen for you.
Life can throw unexpected curveballs. When it comes to your family's health, you need someone in your corner. Introducing My Guardian Doc, your virtual medicine program provides compassionate medical guidance and world-class care around the clock. Within minutes, talk to a licensed physician. We are My Guardian Doc. All our doctors are guided by our Patient Safety and Care Equity Council, whose mission is to ensure you receive safe and equitable care. For just $27 per month, your entire household gains access to a team of dedicated medical professionals. Whether it's just sniffles or sneezes, medication refills, or a question about diagnosis or treatment, or the need to speak to a behavioral health specialist in the privacy of your home, no concern is too big or too small. My Guardian Doc is here to help you. No surprise fees, no hidden costs, just quality care when you need it most. With My Guardian Doc, for just $27 per month, your entire household's associated benefits include immediately lower micromort count, which is your 1 in a million chance of dying, on-demand access to doctors, reduce healthcare costs, improve healthcare outcomes, decreased visits to the hospital or emergency room, increase your lifespan, and gain peace of mind knowing your family's health is always protected. From urgent care, primary care, medical guidance, prescription discounts, hospital bill negotiation, and much more, My Guardian Doc is here for you every step of the way. Millions of people have expressed a need for My Guardian Doc. Join the fastest growing subscription service. Visit myguardiandoc.com to subscribe today. Because your family's health deserves the best.
So that is myguardiandoc.com. And as the video states, for more information, please visit the website, myguardiandoc.com. And if you choose to sign up for coverage, you can find the subscription link for Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty viewers in the description box just below this video. Shalom, Sister Princess. Welcome. Good to see you. Happy New Brew Year. Happy New Brew Year. And sisters, if you haven't already done so, please hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please hit that notification bell. And also, make sure that, yes, you get notified whenever we go live. Please, please, please hit that notification bell, okay? You don't want to miss these shows. And like I said, we're in a new year, and we're going to have some pretty exciting things coming up for this year, most high willing. So Sister Jillian, good to see you. Shalom. Happy Brew Year to you as well. Shalom. So I hope you are wearing your favorite turban, tea, tunic, or dress. And that being said, let's sip some tea and have healthy talk. Let's get this royal tea party started. So sisters, talk to me. What is your cup of tea or your glass of tonic tonight? What is your cup of tea? Come on, talk to me. I know you have to be sipping on something good out there. Talk to me. What is it that you are sipping on tonight? What are you sipping on? Be sure to drop something in that comment box. So welcome again to spring. And you know, I did a search because I wanted to know what teas are great for spring? What are great teas for spring? And I came across this article. And I was just curious if there are certain teas that are preferred in spring. And this article that I came across, let me pull it up here, is by, the website is artoftea.com, artoftea.com. And it says, get ready for spring with teas. As the grass reappears and the flowers begin to bloom, make room on your shelves for teas that are perfect for spring. Our approach to spring is easy. As a famous fictional editor once said, florals for the spring, groundbreaking. So we're drinking complex light-bodied teas with grassy, citrusy, and yes, floral notes. So these are the teas that they suggest for springtime. Green tea. We don't know that we don't know that we buy into the idea that green tea will magically make you lose weight, but we are fans of being healthy for spring. Green teas are packed with catechins and antioxidants, which helps organs and systems all over the body. They're also packed with flavor. For the tea purist, try matcha. So matcha green tea. Our energizing matcha green tea blends combines organic ceremonial grade matcha with organic high grade sencha green tea for a super high quality cup. Fresh green tea leaves are crafted by a gentle steam and dry technique and then dusted with vibrant matcha to maximize All right, sisters, I hope that you can hear me now. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thumbs up. All right. Oh my gosh, I had to unplug everything. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. I apologize for that. Every time I took it off mute, it kept going back onto mute. And then it said it lost connection with my audio and so on and so forth. So I had to unplug it and replug it up, and here we are. Did you all hear anything from the article that I read? Did you hear anything? The article that I read about white tea. Let me know. Do I need to go over the article again? Okay. Only about florals, tea in season. Okay. You know what? I am going to drop that. Let me drop the link. Let me drop the link for. Yeah, I'm just going to drop the link in here for you. So it turns out that white tea is one of the teas that's recommended for spring because it's such a light tea, and because it's very floral, and it's a good choice for the spring. Also, it was mentioned that one of the teas in this article, and like I said, I posted the link for the article right there, but I'm not going to read the whole thing again, but it says here that white teas are awesome for spring because they're light and refreshing, even when served hot. The flavors are delicate, but still substantial enough for an amazing cup of tea. When it comes to white teas, Silver Needle is the highest quality available, picked only by women whose hands are gentle enough for this tea. So the Silver Needle tea leaves, they're so delicate that they only women are allowed to pick these tea leaves. Isn't that interesting? As the tea buds, Silver Needle is named for the silvery white down covering the bud, called HAO, HAO. So yeah, there's an article, but I'm going to go into this video. I'm going to share this video with you. My cup of tea tonight is pomegranate white tea. Pomegranate white tea. And as that article states, it is so light. It's so light. And then with the pomegranate, it has that really floral taste. And then I put just a little bit of honey in there, and it's very light and delicious. So I want to share this video with you. Give me just a second here. This video is, let me find it here. It's a video by Tea Pro. Everything you need to know about white tea. Because we're always talking about green and black teas, but very rarely do we talk about white tea. So tonight, you're going to know everything you need to know about white tea. So let me get this video up on the screen, and why we should be drinking more of it. Teas are good anyway. So let us branch out from just the black and green teas and start drinking white teas as well. And this, once again, is Tea Pros. For you.
Hi, my name is Tatiana and I'm the co-founder of Tea Pro, a premium loose leaf tea subscription that takes you on an adventure, exploring a different tea type each month. And today we're going to talk about white tea. What makes it so special? So I'm sure all of you are very well familiar with black teas and green teas because they're everywhere. You can find them in supermarkets, coffee shops, tea shops, you name it. White tea, even though it's becoming more popular recently, it's actually still really hard to come by. And the reason for that is that the overall global white tea production is still really low. If you compare the overall tea production, it's around 2.8 million tons per year, whereas white tea is only around 600 to 800 tons per year, which is less than 0.03%. That's what makes it so rare, unique, and quite frankly, a bit more pricier than its counterparts. So what is white tea? White tea is made from the same plant, Camellia sinensis, like black tea, green tea, oolong, and pu'er. But the main difference is that white tea is very minimally processed. There are only 3 steps. First, plucking the tea leaf or tea bud. Then second step, withering, which is a natural process that happens as soon as you pluck a leaf. It's almost like wilting. And the third is drying. The preferred method is to dry the leaves in the sun, but if the weather is not very good or if it's raining, which is really bad for tea production, then the leaves can be also dried indoors with warm air passing through to accelerate the drying process. When it comes to harvesting tea, we differentiate between 3 flushes. The first one happens between mid-March to May. The second one, also called the monsoon flush because of all the rain, happens between June to August. And the third flush, also called the autumn flush, happens around October till November. The first flush is considered to be the most valuable one because the tea leaves are really tender, really fresh. They're packed with nutrients, and these are the leaves that are usually used for white tea. So where does white tea usually come from? Originally, white tea is produced in the Fujian province in southeast China, but because white tea is becoming more and more popular, it is also produced in other regions of China, as well as countries like India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Africa, a little bit in Japan, Taiwan, and even places like Hawaii. Of course, there are lots of different white teas out there, but we're gonna quickly talk about the 3 most famous ones. Let's call them celebrity white teas. There are Silver Needle, White Peony, and Shomei. Silver Needle, also known as Baihao Yanjian, is considered to be the top grade white tea. It gets harvested around mid-March when the first tea leaves emerge after the tea bushes have had their winter sleep. And only the tea buds on the very top of the tea bushes get picked. In fact, they're so fresh, young, and tender that they still have this silver white, downy baby hair on them. And because the buds haven't even had time to develop into leaves, they actually do look like needles, hence the name, Silver Needle. Silver Needle brews a really refreshing, mellow cup with a light yellow liquor and a floral, sweet, and mellow flavor with hints of cucumber and melon. Next, we have White Peony, also known as Baihao, which is considered to be slightly lower grade than Silver Needle because not only the tea bud gets picked, but also the 2 leaves next to it. Nonetheless, White Peony is very popular because it's very, very tasty. It brews a sweet, floral, slightly nutty cup with really interesting, complex flavors, and it's also slightly more full-bodied than Silver Needle. Lastly, we have Shomei, also known as longevity eyebrows, due to its color and shape. Shomei gets picked slightly later than Silver Needle and White Peony, and the tea leaves are a bit more mature and left to wither for longer during the processing, the minimal processing, so they actually turn a bit brownish. Nonetheless, Shomei brews a wonderful cup, really complex with more earthier, darker, deeper notes, and many people say that it's more reminiscent to lighter oolongs than the usual white tea. Let's quickly touch upon the white tea health benefits. First of all, it's important to mention that there hasn't been as much research done in white tea as it has been with green tea and black tea, as it's just simply not as popular. But it comes from the same plant, Camellia sinensis, so it has very similar compounds and nutrients. In fact, research shows that because the white tea leaves get picked so early in the season during the first flush, and due to the minimal processing, they have the highest amount of antioxidants. One of the most exciting compounds that white tea has an abundance of is called L-theanine. It is a really unique amino acid which boosts levels of GABA, dopamine, and serotonin in your brain. These are chemicals that are also known as neurotransmitters that work in your brain to regulate your emotions, mood, alertness, focus, sleep, and even your levels of energy and other cognitive skills. So increasing the levels of these neurotransmitters will make you feel more relaxed, calm, but focused. At the same time, it will improve your sleep and just the overall well-being. Another really cool compound found in abundance in white tea is called epigallocatechin galate, or EGCG for short. This is a really potent antioxidant that helps us prevent cellular damage caused by free radicals. What are free radicals? They are atoms or groups of atoms that are highly reactive because they have an unpaired electron. Free radicals are being created in our bodies due to ozone, bad eating habits like eating junk food, smoking, alcohol, in general, just bad lifestyle choices. And these free radicals can cause accelerated aging, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, increased cholesterol levels, and even cancer. So if you drink or consume lots of foods with a catechin like EGCG, you will decrease the chances of having too many free radicals in your body. Thus meaning that you won't age as quickly, you will reduce the risk of getting heart diseases or diabetes, or some research even suggests that it can reduce the risk of getting cancer. This is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm really excited to try white tea and also tell all your friends about your new acquired knowledge of white tea. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up. Also, feel free to leave a comment below about what you think about white tea. Have you tried it? If you have, what is your favorite white tea? And also, please connect with us on socials like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you in the next video.
Oh, that was a lot about white tea. How many of you knew all of that information, or some of that, about white tea? How many of you knew that about white tea? I must say I didn't. So I'm glad I did this research. Happy brew year, Sister Carla and Sister Jolanda. Shalom. Shalom. Happy brew year. Yes. So what did y'all think about that video about the white tea? I'm telling you, I am enjoying my pomegranate white tea right now. It really is so light. It's so light, and it does seem like this is what I should be drinking in the springtime. Yeah. So, wow, I am looking forward to much more white teas during this season. How about you? How about you? All right, sisters, once again, hit that like button, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are about to get started. Once again, we do not promote on social media. Why? Because I don't have an account on any other social media platforms other than this YouTube channel. So I depend on your support by sharing this channel and on your YouTube or, your Facebook or whatever social media platform that you have, and also inviting other sisters family, friends, by word of mouth. Let us continue to grow this channel. Sister Johnny, Khan. So white tea is clear. My white tea it was tinted because it has pomegranate in it. It has the white tea that I have is pomegranate white tea. I don't think it's clear. I think it's like a light green, if I'm not mistaken. But I usually, with my white tea, I think this actually is the only white tea that I had in my cabinet, was the pomegranate white tea. I didn't have the plain white tea. So I tell you what, Sister Adana, do that research and come back to me and let me know. Is it clear or is it like a light green? Is there caffeine? She did not say. And I don't think so, but don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I know mine, it didn't specify on there, or did it, whether it was caffeinated or non. I will check into that for you. I'm surprised she didn't mention that, and neither did the article that I read. They did not mention the caffeine content. Oh, sis, I am trying to read your name, Sister Yashahaka. Shalom and Happy New Year to you as well. I am so sorry. I apologize if I did not pronounce your name correctly. But Happy New Year. Yes. Let us get this royal tea party started. So before going into this week's show, let us talk a little bit about last week. Sisters, what did you think about last week's show? Self-care is essential for well-being. I've spoken to some of you since then, and you were really excited. You were really excited about this whole self-care topic. And many of you expressed that you have taken it seriously, and you're really going to the next level in your self-care. And some even mentioned that you didn't realize basically how much you were neglecting self, and just because you're doing everything else and yet putting yourself on the back burner. So making that commitment to really start taking care of yourself and realize that that is not being selfish at all. So what did you think about the show last week? Drop some comments in the comment box. Let me know, what did you learn? What are you going to do differently? Because now that we're going into this topic about the new year, this is really the time to start reflecting on that, thinking about, how can I incorporate self-care in my New Year's goals? So that is definitely something that needs to be on the list of your New Year's goals, if it isn't already. So welcome to March. Here we go again. March is synonymous with newness. Not only is it a new month, but also the beginning of a new season and a new year. With the new year comes self-reflection of the past year, all of our accomplishments, and even those things that are yet to be accomplished. So tonight we're going to talk about preparing to set and accomplish, because it's one thing to set goals, but how many times have we set goals and not follow through? So we really want to talk about not only setting these goals, but following through with these goals, especially in the major areas of our lives, such as health, wellness, financial, career, and personal. You may want to also add in here family goals, right? Which I put in the category, although it says personal, your family goals should still go under personal goals because, it doesn't fit into necessarily the financial or your career goals. So you can either make a category for it by itself, or you can put it under the umbrella of your personal goals. So let's first start by reflecting on the year past, and then we'll start talking about planning for the year ahead. Right? So are you ready? Are you ready to reflect on the past year and then start planning for the year ahead? If you are definitely in the right place tonight. So let us take a walk down memory lane from last year. Who was here with me this time last year? How many of you were here watching Tea Time with Shebrews Royalty last year around this time when we were coming into the new year? If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you were here last year at the beginning of the year, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. So I just want to thank you all so very much for your love, your support, not only of me, but also for this channel, and also for your dedication to learning and growing together as a sisterhood. That is so important. AHAYAH, Sister Johnny, Khan, yes, give me a thumbs up if you were here last year. So let us take, like I said, a walk down memory lane and see what are some of the topics that we have covered throughout the year, because we've had so many topics. So let's see. I'm going to go all the way back to March. I have a list here. I am going to go back to, let's see, March of last year. Well, starting in February. I'm actually going to go back to, yes, February, because a lot of the topics that we went over in February of last year kind of spilled over into the topics that we went into. Sister Carla was here. Oh, that's correct, Sister Johnny. You came in after the Passover. So yes, although you came in after Passover, it was still the beginning of the year. It was still the beginning of the year. So yes, you're correct. It was after Passover, but it was the beginning of the year. So you are counted. You are counted, Sister Johnny. So let's go back to February. In February, we talked about, let's see, did we go into the integrative health? The art of mindful eating. We went into the art of mindful eating. How many of you remember that? How many remember the art of mindful eating? We learned how to not just eat, but eat mindfully. Eat mindfully. Sister Adana says, I can't recall. Okay. Then we went into exercise. We had a show strictly on exercising. And then we went into sweet sleep. And a show about sleeping, because so many of us think that, oh, sleeping just means going to bed, shutting your eyes. There's just so much more to it, right? Preparing for sweet sleep. There's so many things that we need to do before getting in the bed to prepare us for sweet sleep. Not just sleeping. When we go to bed and we go to sleep, we want it to be sweet. From there, we went into family journaling. So we talked about and we learned about journaling and with our family history in mind, and also journaling with the children. So as they get older, they can now go back and look at their younger years and what that was like. So it wasn't about just individual journaling, it was journaling as a family. From there, we went into went from mindful eating into, we talked about mindful shopping. Because before we eat, we have to shop for the groceries. So we did it kind of backwards, but we went into mindful shopping, how to select good, nourishing food when we go to the grocery stores. So yes, we went into mindful shopping. Then the Mediterranean versus the SAD diet. The SAD diet being the standard American diet. And we did a comparison of the Mediterranean, and hands down, the Mediterranean diet is the diet, or the I hate using that word diet, because when people think of diet, they think, oh, well, I need to eat this, and once I've accomplished whatever it is that diet is for, then I can go back to eating regular, which turns out to be the SAD, Standard American Diet. So the Mediterranean lifestyle and the way of eating is what we should really look at eating more of, or incorporating that into our lifestyle, the Mediterranean way of eating. So if you haven't already seen any of these videos, please go back and watch these videos. And then we went into functional foods, and let's see here, this one, and dysfunctional foods. So just as there are foods that helps our bodies to function well, there are foods that cause us to dysfunction as well. And from there, we went into gut health. And this was a huge topic for last year. Gut health, it went from just this first show, and this topic just spilled over into so many shows after this first one. And this was in March 23rd, of somewhere in March, where we did the gut health. But like I said, from there, it just went into the next show, which was prebiotics and probiotics. Then we talked about making homemade probiotics. We talked about the kombucha, and this is what actually inspired me to start making kombucha. And we all know what came out of that. Now I am selling kombucha. I'm making kombucha for myself. I drink kombucha on a daily basis because I make kombucha here, and I am able to bless others with this amazing healthy beverage. So we talked about making homemade kombucha, not just the kombucha, but also the kimchi and the sauerkraut. From there, we went into upper cervical care, where I invited my upper cervical chiropractor, Dr. Williams, to come on, and he talked to us about upper cervical care, and we learned so much. about all of the incredible things that ailments that can be fixed just with upper cervical care. And upper cervical care is not the same as going to a traditional chiropractor. Someone that does upper cervical care is highly specialized in just the atlas and the axis of the neck, of the spine. And so if you're having issues, high blood pressure, chronic migraines, chronic headaches, breathing issues, heart palpitations, there are just so many things that can be fixed with upper cervical care. And as a matter of fact, I've invited him to come back on again because he's going to talk probably in April. He'll be back. He's going to talk to us specifically about upper cervical care to help with cardiovascular problems such as high blood pressure. He has many patients that come in to see him for their adjustments just to treat their high blood pressure so they don't have to be on medications. So once again, he's willing to come back, and I can't wait for him to come back and for you to hear how he is treating cardiovascular diseases with upper cervical care. So we went from there to Dr. Sergio, who is he's not just a naturopath, he practices biblical medicine. And Dr. Pierre Sergio came on and spoke to us. It was called Empowering Wellness. And so that's another very powerful show that I will encourage you to get on here and watch. Then the importance of nutrition. Listen to all of these incredible shows that we had last year, sisters. And for those of you that were here for all of these shows, Tawada and kudos to you. For those of you that weren't, whenever you have time, whenever you have some downtime or self-care time, come on Tea Time with Shebrews Royalty and watch some of these shows that are archived, that are here for you to go back and watch. I mean, we learned so much last year. I learned so much last year. The other one was Budgeting and Savings Workshop. Sister Donna came in and she gave us so many incredible gems about how to save and how to budget, especially for feast days. Not just for feast days, but a lot of us, when feast days are coming up, especially like Passover, we look at our finances and say, oh my gosh, I can't afford to travel to this, wherever it may be. But if you watch this Budgeting and Savings Workshop, she goes over so many simple, they're so simple ways of how we can start budgeting for events such as this. So says, I am going to bring him back. That is Dr. Pierre Sergio. He was supposed to come back, but there was a conflict as far as the scheduling. And so, yes, I will, all praises to the Most High. I will see about getting him back on. Khan. Yes, it did. Yes, it did, Sister Diane. My show inspired my SCOBY symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast families. Yes, and now I have a whole family. I have hotels that my scobies are living in. My goodness, my scobies are very fertile. They're very fertile. So every time I turn around, I have new scobies, new babies. Yeah. But it was my show that inspired that, Khan. So let's see. Then Sister Patricia came on, colon hydrotherapist, and we had a show on colon hydrotherapy, on the importance and the benefits of colon hydrotherapy. The next show, oh wow, let's see, I'm moving too fast here. Yes, colon hydrotherapy, then coaching 101, and where we learn the different types of coaching, whether you may be considering that you need to be coached in a certain area, and how to select a coach for whatever you're looking to achieve. Sister Phyllis says, sis, I didn't know you had all of these videos out. I have some catching up to do. Yes, you do, sis. Go back, go into YouTube, go on the Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty page, the channel, and look at all of, I think I have 64 videos on there, if I'm not mistaken. So coaching 101, colon hydrotherapy. Then we went into utilizing our gifts, talents, and passion to generate income. And that was in May. And then developing an attitude of gratitude, that was in June. And the next show was, what have you learned? What have you learned? So I had a show to find out what have you learned from the previous shows. We talked about that. Attitude is everything was the next one. And we had a part 2 of attitude is everything. Because it's not always about life circumstances, because we're all going to go through stuff in life, good and bad, but our attitude will determine how we come through that, and not only come through it, but how will this impact the rest of your life and the lives of others around you. So attitude is everything is also another very powerful video to watch. Then balancing act. And this was, let's see, what was navigating, let's see, I want to see what the this is what it was, navigating work-life harmony. Yes, and we had a part 1 and part 2 to balancing act. Yes, how do you balance work and your home life? Then, wow. Let me see, where are we now? Creativity to entrepreneurship. That was another one. Learning how to use whatever your creative skills are to now become an entrepreneur with these skills. Not just having these skills and looking at them as a hobby, but how can I make money from these skills? How do I do that? And so if you're looking to figure out what to do with your creative skills, if you know how to sew, whatever it may be that you are good at, learn how to use it, not just, like I said, for a hobby, but also to make some money as a side hustle, right? Then we talked about decluttering. Oh, wow, this one was huge. This one was huge. Declutter your life. Wow. This was a powerful. I got so much feedback about this show, this video about decluttering. So, and this is the perfect time. A lot of people do spring cleaning. So this is the perfect time to declutter. So if you haven't seen this video, please go back and watch that. We went from there to life coaching. And once again, Sister Patricia came on, and she's also a life coach. And that was my special guest. And it was about basically getting out of your comfort zone. Getting out of your comfort zone. That's what we talked about. And from there, we went to coin toss. Let me help you flip your finances, mama. And this one, my daughter Yanni came on, and she showed her book. She premiered her book on here. She promoted her book, which is Coin Toss. Let me show you how to flip your finances, mama. And I must say, she knows what she's talking about. I've watched her throughout the years and how she just became this, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it, how she learned how to flip her finances and went from here to here over the years, as far as learning how to save, how to invest. So everything in this book, she gives really good tips on how she went from point A to point B in her financial growth. So I would recommend that as well, and recommend her book. Then after that, yes, we had Brother Shamar from California. This was just before Tabernacles that came and talked to us about camping basics. Camping basics, how to prepare for camping. And we had a part 2 on Declutter Your Life. Declutter Your Life part 2. And then healing from trauma through forgiveness. Then we went into Broken Toys, the series. Broken Toys, the series. Oh, wow. This was a very powerful series. Very, very, how many were there? I think there were only 1, 2, I think there were 3 in the series. 1, 2, 3, 4. There were actually 4 in the series. We had Broken Toys, the series, part 1. Part 2 was Broken Toy Soldiers, which talked about basically those who have been in the military and how what they experienced and how they're dealing with that after the military with PTSD and other, not just PTSD, but we're talking about medical brokenness as well, not just mental, emotional. And so Broken Toy Soldiers focused primarily on veterans. Then we went into My Achy Breaky Heart. My Achy Breaky Heart. And we talked about a broken heart, how people actually die from a broken heart. And how does that happen? How does that happen? So if you've ever heard about, oh wow, that person died of a broken heart, watch this video because it really breaks down what that looks like. Then we talked about breaking trauma bonds. Breaking trauma bonds. That was the fourth and last episode of Broken Toys. Sister Diane says, your creativity to entrepreneurship video was preparation for those who are entering. Yes. I had no idea back then that we were even going to have the quote unquote Lion's Den. And it was actual preparation for us, not even realizing that. And like you said, vision, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Holy Spirit, right? And Sister Adna says, wow, just decluttered my closet today. Good for you. That's what I'm talking about. And Sister Carla, Broken Toys was so good. So what is this? Sister Diane, Broken Toys was awesome, and we still need the reading group for the gift of fear. Sis, oh my God. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put you over the reading group. I'm going to put you in charge of the reading group. How does that sound? How does that sound? Yes, the book club. That sounds like a good plan. We'll talk about it. Sister Adina Khan, people can actually die of depression. Watch that video. Watch that video. Yes. Yes. Where are we? Wow, we're going through a lot of these. Yeah, blast from the past here. Blast from the past. So after breaking trauma bonds, we went into virtue medicine. Virtue medicine. We talked about what virtue medicine is about. Let's see. I'm trying to see on my screen here, but some of it is so small. I'm trying to read it. Gratitude was the first virtue medicine, the first in the virtue medicine series. Gratitude and alternative medicine for anger and depression. That was the first one. And virtue medicine episode 2. Let's see what was episode 2. Empathy, improving relationships and well-being. So learning how virtue, the different attributes of virtue can actually heal you. Episode 3. Oh no, not that one. Where I'm still looking for the virtue medicine. Wow. There are just so many on here. Y'all get my drift. So yeah, we went into winter wellness, then the detox series. I'm not going to spend too much more time going over all of this stuff because there's so much and we need to get into tonight's show. We went into ageless wellness, setting goals, prioritizing self-care, right? And that's where we left off last week. We did the balancing act, and last week was self-care is essential for well-being. So wow, sisters, that is a blast from the past. So those of you that were here for any of those shows, is there a specific show that was your favorite and why? Drop that in the comment box for me. Sister Diane says, don't do that. What is that? What is that we're not going to do? Anyhow, whoa. That being said, who's ready to get this Royal New Year's Tea Party started? This Brew Year Tea Party. There we go. Brew a Brew Year Tea Party. That is it. Brew Year Tea Party. Yes. Who knows? Next year we may have a Brew Year Tea Party. So let's go. Let's go. So if you are just tuning in, welcome to Tea Time with Shebrews Royalty, where we sip wisdom steeped in ancient traditions and pour out knowledge for your mind, body, and spirit. Excuse me. I'm YASHAYAH, your guide on this journey to health, wellness, and self-improvement. Tonight, we're diving into a powerful topic, setting intentional goals for the new year. So now I know we've all made resolutions before, especially before coming into this truth. How many of us had our New Year's resolutions? I know I did. Some we've kept, some we've kept, and some, well, let's just say they didn't make it past the first 30 to 60 days. Some people, start a gym membership, and within 60 days, you're no longer going to the gym. But today, we're shifting from wishful thinking to intentional, strategic goal setting, and in 4 key areas: health and wellness, finances, and personal growth, and career. So grab your tea, settle in, and let's get into it. Let us get into it. Let's jump right in. So let's start with the foundation. What's the foundation? Your temple. Our health is the greatest asset that we have. And setting intentional health and wellness goals is key to longevity and vitality. So number 1, when we're talking about setting health and wellness goals, let's talk about number 1, reflecting and reassessing. So if you're not already doing so, maybe you want to start jotting down some notes. Number 1, reflect and reassess. Before setting new goals, take inventory of your health. How did you feel last year? Did you have enough energy? Did you nourish your body well? What habits served you and what didn't? So we have to start by reflecting and reassessing, because if it didn't work for us last year, it's not going to work for us this year. Then number 2, we want to set SMART goals. Instead of saying, I want to be healthier, be specific. And this is an example. I will drink herbal tea every morning instead of coffee to support my digestion and reduce caffeine intake. I will take a 30-minute walk. You're being very specific. You're not just saying I'm going to exercise. I will take a 30-minute walk 4 times a week to strengthen my heart and clear my mind. So make sure that your goals are SMART. A SMART goal is used to help guide goal setting. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Therefore, a SMART goal incorporates all of these criteria to help focus your efforts and increase the chances of achieving your goal. You have a better chance of achieving your goal if you're very specific with it, if you make it realistic, right? Because, there are some goals that we set that when you sit and think about it, are you being really realistic about this right now? So make sure that it's realistic, it's measurable, you can measure it. and it's timely. Put a time frame on there. So we've talked about reflecting and reassessing, setting smart goals. And then number 3, for your health and wellness, prioritize nourishment and movement. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight, but small, sustainable shifts matter. Start with whole, healing foods, herbal remedies, and gentle movement that brings you joy. That brings you joy. A lot of times we're trying to do things that we really despise when you can achieve the same outcome by doing something you enjoy. For instance, if you absolutely hate getting on an exercise bike and you prefer dancing, just turn on some music and dance. I mean, dance and sweat when you're doing it, right? And don't just dance for 5 minutes, but do something that you enjoy that's going to get your heart rate up and get you to sweat. Maybe this is the year that you will fully embrace Shebrew royal teas and temple treasures for inner and outer wellness. And we'll talk about those. We'll talk about those soon, about not just the royal teas, but the temple treasures coming to you from Shebrew royalty. And last, but certainly not least of your health and wellness goals, number 4, protect your peace. Oh my goodness, protect your peace. Wellness isn't just about the body, it's also about the mind and your soul. Make space for stillness, make space for prayer, and once again, self-care. Self-care, make a place for this, for prayer, for stillness, self-care, prioritize rest. Oh my goodness. I tell you, I was up until 5 a.m. I was up until 5 a.m. Yes, well, this morning. But when I crashed until it was almost noon when I got out of bed. I think I woke up at 10. I only got like 5. No, I woke up at 10 and then fell asleep again and got up at noon. So when I'm talking to you about these things, I'm talking to myself, because sometimes I can be a little bit over the top and think that I have to, build, it won't be Rome, build Jerusalem in a day. You know how they say Rome was not built in a day? Neither was Jerusalem. Anyhow, yeah, there are days when I have this burst of energy and I have to do all these things. So when I'm talking about protecting my peace and making sure that I prioritize rest, this is something that I have to remind myself of, because I'm just a go-getter. But our temples need restoration. Our temples need restoration. Sister Diane says, ooh, temple treasures. She knows. She's experienced some of the products already. Sister Diane has experienced some of the products. Yes, absolutely. And these products they're not just products. They're actually an experience. That's all I can say. Yes. Sister Johnny says, Khan, you can't beat sweet peace. Sweet peace and sweet sleep, Khan sis. So now let's move on to financial goals. Building wealth with wisdom. Building wealth with wisdom. So number 1, know your numbers. Take a real honest look at your finances. What's coming in? What's going out? Where's your money going? And is it aligned with your values? That's important. What are you spending your money on? Does it align with your core values? Number 2, set a royal savings goal. A royal savings goal. Yeah, you can do that. Every Shebrew needs her financial cushion. I love that. I love that, Sister Diane. I have the temple treasures. Are you a moment makers? The temple treasure. Oh, you says I have. The temple treasures are a moment makers. I like that. I like that tagline, moment makers. There we go. Absolutely. I am going to steal that from you, Sister Diane. I am going to steal that from you. If you don't mind, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not steal. So no, I won't steal it from you. How about I know you won't charge me for it. How about you give it to me? How about that? How about you bless me with it? Moment makers. So this way, I'm not stealing it. I'm not borrowing it, because once I take it, I'm not going to give it back. Thank you. The water. Getting back to where we were. Set a royal savings goal. Every Shebrew needs her financial cushion, whether it's an emergency fund, a business fund, or investment savings. Decide on a specific amount to save and set a monthly plan to reach it. Number 3, invest in knowledge and legacy. Invest in knowledge and legacy. Consider how you can grow your wealth. Invest in starting a side hustle, or even turning a passion into a business. That's some of the things that we talked about last year. Go back and watch those videos. Legacy is built on wisdom, discipline, and strategy. Legacy is built on wisdom, discipline, and strategy. Number 4, align your spending with your values. Are you supporting businesses that align with your spiritual and wellness journey? Are you investing in self-care, education, and things that nourish you? Be mindful of every dollar spent. I know every time we go into the stores, it's very hard to get in and out of a store without them having a little something on the counter. Would you like to donate to this? You come out the store and there's somebody with a table out there. Do you want to donate to that? And once upon a time, I would say, sure, let me get a dollar here and a dollar there. Do you really know what you're investing in? Or what businesses you're supporting? What are their core values? So now I have been very mindful of that. Don't tug on my heartstring and start telling me, this is what this money is going for when it really isn't. So being very mindful of who you're supporting with your hard-earned dollars. So if you haven't already seen, I mentioned it earlier, the budgeting and savings workshop with Sister Donna, please go back and watch it. Sis dropped loads of valuable information that we can all benefit from. And as a matter of fact, even if you've seen it already, go back and watch it again. And then also, if you haven't already done so, get the book. Let me help you flip your finances, Mama. Coin toss. let me help you flip your finances, Mama. I'm trying to get the name correct. But go back, watch that video as well, and get the book. If that's an area that you really are struggling with. So moving on, career goals. And tonight I'm just giving some very basic tips on goal setting, but the goal is in the upcoming weeks and months to delve deeper into these areas of actually setting goals. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. So let's now talk about career goals, elevating your work and purpose. Elevating your work and purpose. So your career is more than just a paycheck. It's an extension of your purpose, or it should be. Whether you're an entrepreneur, climbing the corporate ladder, or shifting into a new field, here's how to set career goals with intention. Number one, define what success looks like for you. Is it a promotion? Is it a career change? Could it be growing your business? Maybe it's gaining a new skill. So success looks different for everyone. So define what truly fulfills you. Don't look at someone else and see what they're doing, because what they're doing, that's their thing. So you now need to define what success looks like for you when it comes to your career. Number two, set skill building goals. Skill building goals. Do you want to move up? Identify one or two skills that will get you there. If you want a promotion, don't just say, I want a promotion. What is it that is necessary in order for you to get that promotion? What is it that everyone who's being promoted is doing that you're not? So identify the skills that are necessary in order to accomplish what you're looking to accomplish. If that position that you have your eye on requires you to take certain classes, then take those classes. And not just take the classes, but master them. Are you looking to shift careers? Take an online course, network, or seek mentorship. You may realize that whatever work you're doing right now, that it's not fulfilling you, and you want to shift into a new career field. Start by taking a course, networking with others that are in that career, and talking to them about the pros and cons. And then you may also look to get in someone to mentor you in that specific field. Are you growing a business? Are you growing a business? If you are, invest in marketing, branding, or leadership skills. This is important for growing a business. I know there's just so much. And we are learning a lot, like Sister Diane said, in the Lion's Den. We're learning a lot, and we're learning about how to grow our businesses. And some people are starting businesses, and those that already have businesses, learning how to actually grow that business. So you have to set goals for your business as well. Number three, expand your network and opportunities. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Inspire and challenge you. Attend workshops, join professional groups, And don't be afraid to put yourself in new spaces. Don't be afraid. That's how you grow. Get out of the comfort zone. And number 4, learn how to balance work and your well-being. And once again, that was another show from last year. Success should not come at the cost of your peace. If you're struggling with peace because of your career or what have you, that's not a really good trade-off, right? So make sure your career goals align with your wellness and your spiritual priorities and principles. It's really important. It's really important. All money isn't good money. So if you're making money a certain way and you feel as though this is in conflict with your wellness, with your morals, with your spiritual priorities and goal, it's time to stop making that money and looking at doing something that aligns with who you are, your wellness, your spiritual goals, and your principles. And I'm sure that you will have more peace when you do that. And if you are burned out, it's impossible to thrive. So if your job or whatever it is that you're doing is burning you out, it is impossible to thrive. So you need to figure out a way to reduce or eliminate burnout. So now we're going to go into personal growth. Personal growth and purpose goals. Let's talk about personal evolution, because without growth, we remain stagnant. We remain stagnant. We have to be growing. You can't stay in one place forever, and it just doesn't work. We are supposed to grow. So number 1, you need to identify your vision. Who do you want to become this year? What do you want to do this year? Where do you want to see yourself this year? What does your highest self look like? What does that look like? It's up to you to make it happen. No one can or will do it for you. Right? So you have to identify that vision. You have to know where you're going. You can't just say, there's no way to set goals without having a vision. Number 2, create a self-development plan. Read books that nourish your mind. Read books that nourish your mind. We have to expand our knowledge in order to grow. Because even with our going back to wellness, there are a lot of books out there that teaches on nourishment, on foods and gut health. And, there's just so much information out here that and sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be a book. We may listen to podcasts just like you're doing right now, but we have to constantly learn. Sister April says, speak on that. Yes, sister. Shalom, sis. Shalom. So read books that nourish your mind. Listen to podcasts like this one and the others that we just talked about that uplift your spirit. There's so much crap, excuse me, so much nonsense, let me put it that way, that's on the internet. You can go on YouTube and you can find a lot of really good stuff, but you can find a whole lot of nonsense on YouTube as well. Don't spend your time on the nonsense. Listen to podcasts if you're going to be on YouTube that inspires you, that uplift you, that teaches you. When you step away, when you walk away from whatever that broadcast is, that podcast is, it should be something that really enhanced your knowledge, right? Not take you backwards, wondering, why did I even watch that? Why did I even listen to that? Because once you see something and you hear something, it's kind of hard. You can't unsee it and you can't unhear it. Seek mentorship or community that aligns with your goals. Seek mentorship or community that aligns with your goals. And number 3, we talked about this last week in self-care. We talked about this, and we're on personal growth and purpose goals. Setting boundaries and release what no longer serves you. This was part of last week's broadcast. Not everything or everyone can come with you in this new season. In this new season, this new year, just be intentional about what you allow in your space. Learn how to set boundaries. And once again, if you didn't see last week's show, see it. See it. So here's your challenge. Here's where I'm going to challenge you. Write down one goal in each category. A goal in your health and wellness, in the health and wellness category, financial goal, personal growth, and career. Just write down one goal, just one. Make it specific, make it actionable, and most importantly, make it a priority. Make it a priority. So I know that was a quick overview. It really was a quick overview, but like I said, we're going to go more in depth because the year just started, right? The year just started. So we have a little bit of time to kind of get our feet wet and start preparing for the new year. So sisters, there you have it. Setting intentional goals for the new year. And I believe this was a great start. It was a great start because we don't want to overload, right? Like I said, Jerusalem wasn't built in a day. So in the upcoming episodes, we will go step by step on how to not only set goals, but to accomplish them. Because anyone can set goals, anyone can sit down and write out some goals, but the goal is to actually accomplish the goal. That's the goal. So we'll talk about vision boards. This is stuff that I used to do so many years ago. I would have my vision board and I would go in magazines and cut pictures out and put it on my vision board of this, because once it's in your sight and you see it every day, it really motivates you to go for it. So if there are certain things that you want to accomplish in this new year, be intentional about it. It's not just going to happen. You have to go for it. Sister Diane says, yes, Solomon's temple was not built in one day. It sure wasn't. It sure wasn't. Not built in a day. So yes, we'll talk about the vision boards. We'll talk about setting SMART goals, utilizing calendars and reminders, setting small goals that lead up to the bigger goals that seem too difficult to accomplish. You have to start small and work your way up. So in other words, bite size and baby steps. That's where we're going to start, right? And before you know it, these goals you're going to be accomplishing these goals. I know it. That's our goal. That is our goal for the next, I would say the next 2-3 months. I think staying in this zone is a good idea. What do you all think, sisters? Do you have any questions? What do you think about staying in this zone, about setting and accomplishing goals for the next couple of months and just working on that? Give me a thumbs up if you think that's a great idea. We can start off with the goals for health and wellness, fitness, and so on, and then go from there. Yeah. What do you all think about that? By the way, how are you doing with your self-care? How are you doing with your self-care since the last broadcast? I tell you, on the nice sunny days here, oh my goodness, oh wow, I have this mat that's on my back. It's on the back patio, and it's not a covered patio. It's just a patio. And I have this mat that I have laid out there. And I was looking at that mat, and I was looking at the sun shining on it, and I thought, oh my gosh, I really need to be laying on that mat right now. And when we had one of those really nice sunny days, I said, yes, this is it. And I went out and I just laid on that mat face up and just let the sun, oh my, what an amazing feeling it was. I just soaked up all of that sun, and I said, this is going to be a part of my self-care. Right after that, we ended up with a couple of cold days, really cold days after that. And yesterday was really nice and sunny, and yes, it was a really good day yesterday. But we are coming into some sunny days again that I can't wait for. And that's going to be my thing, is just going out there and laying on that mat, on that slab of concrete out there, it doesn't matter, and just soak up that sun. And then from there, I went on my walk. I came back, did what I had to do around the house and did my workout. I have a little home gym here. I did my workout. Then I got in my sauna. And after that, Temple Treasures body soaks. I am telling you something. When you get in the tub with these body soaks, you are not going to want to come out. I can't wait to get these products I can't wait to get this website up so you can see these products. I can't wait for you to smell them and experience them. All natural, botanical products, everything natural and handmade. With love from yours truly. Yes, so I'm making, I'll be having body soaks, body scrubs, facial scrubs, um, body butter. Yes. And it's the Shebrew Royalty Temple Treasures product line. So let's see. Sister Diane says, I think setting SMART goals are important. So thumbs up, yes. Sister April says, I believe having a short-term goal for a month or two hold us accountable to complete it. Self-care is an area I need to work on. Consis, so we will most definitely do that. We will most definitely. All praises. Sisters, I can't wait for y'all to smell these temple treasures. The water, sis. The water. They are yummy. They really are. I mean, there's the essential oil blends, and I am using therapeutic grade, top of the line essential oils. These aren't no watered down stuff. This, I mean, you will be able to tell. You will be able to tell from the quality and, you know, the rose petals that are in there, the lavenders, oh my gosh. I'm going to shut things down so I can go get in my tub. Only kidding, sisters. So yeah, so it's thumbs up for the goal setting, SMART goals. Yes, absolutely. And like I said, for those that want to start a business or want to expand your business, grow your business, these next couple of months, this is the time to really hone in on that and, you know, start setting those goals, because you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. Otherwise, like I said, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So that being said, who's excited about the upcoming Passover Holy Day celebration? I know I am. I can't wait. I am so looking forward to going to Orlando and celebrating with you all that are going to be there, and other brothers and sisters, and of course our leadership. I can't wait. That being said, I will be taking a break from the podcast to allow us time to prepare for Passover. I will also be visiting family in Florida after the celebration. So I'm excited. I'm really excited because I haven't seen my family that's out there in so many years. So many years. So not only am I excited about the Passover celebration, but also the celebration of, if it's Most High's will, to see my family while I'm out there. So I say that to say that tonight after tonight, we're taking a break, like I said, to prepare for Passover. So the next show will not be until March 23rd. I know it's a long time. It seems like such a long time. Oh my gosh. But you all have so many videos to watch in the meantime. We just went over all of those videos from last year. So if you haven't seen those videos from last year, and even the one from last week, you can catch up during this time. And so when we come back on March 23rd, if it's the Most High's will, then you'll be caught up. You'll be caught up, and we can really jump into setting goals. And we'll all have so much to share when we return, won't we? Sister Anne said, me, Passover 2025, Khan, here I come, Most High willing. That's what I say. It would be nice to meet the sisters here if they're going to Passover. Yay! Yay! Some of the sisters will be, but some of the sisters are on the West Coast, so they're going to be going to the West Coast Passover. Yeah, but some of the sisters will be, some of the sisters even from California will be at the East Coast Passover as well. So yes, you'll get to meet some of them. I'll make sure you do, Sister Adina. Maybe we can figure out a way to have lunch. Maybe one day we can have lunch. When would that be? That would have to be Friday or Thursday, depending on when everyone gets there. I will reach out to you all and figure out how we can get together just to have lunch. That would be so wonderful while we're there. Sister Diane says there will be a pop quiz. Oh, wow. On the 64 videos when we return. Oh, I wouldn't torture you that way. No, there's not going to be a pop quiz. I'll be there from Thursday evening to Tuesday. I'll be there from Thursday morning to Sunday. I'm leaving Sunday and going into Fort Lauderdale. Maybe one day we can have tea time. Woo. Absolutely. That would most definitely have to be maybe Thursday evening, because once Friday hits, it's nonstop. We know that. Once Friday hits, it's nonstop. Or yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So sisters, we will be back on March 23rd if it's the Most High's will. So I hope that you found the information tonight useful. I hope you did. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who needs this message or who you think would want to join us, right? Let's grow this channel so that the information can reach Shebrews throughout the four corners of the earth, and even those that are not Shebrews but are willing to be a part of our community. Sis, will you set up booth to sell your products? Unfortunately not this time around, just because I'm still working on my products. They're not all ready yet, and I'm still working on my labels. So they won't be. I tell you, they'll be ready for the all-white event. They'll be ready for that in Dallas, most definitely. Most High willing. Yep. So, yes. But we can talk, Sister Adina, you and I can talk if you're interested in seeing the products. I'll introduce you to them if you're interested. I have some temporary labels and everything, but for an event such as that, I really want to have everything, looking really, really regal and royal. And not that they're not right now, but I really want to have the perfect labels on there. But right now I have some temporary labels that I am using. So we are to let our light shine so that others can be led to the source of the light. Let's remember that, sis. Please, please, please share with others. Let your light shine. We're not the source of the light. We already know YASHAYA is the source of the light, but we are just a vessel. So Let that light shine so that you can lead others to Him. So, wow. The 23rd really sounds like a ways off, but time will fly. And in a way, that's good, and in a way, it's bad, because when time flies, that means we're going to get to the Passover, and then before you know it, it'll be time to leave when we're having so much fun. But for right now, we're just going to look forward to that time that we have to spend together and really, enjoy these holy days. So I love you all so much, and I appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedule to have tea and conversation with me. The water. Thank you for your support. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us. So until the Most High brings us back together again, may you prosper and be in good health. Happy Passover in advance. And remember, true healing begins inwardly before it is expressed outwardly. I am your hostess, YASHAYAH, and I am a voice of reason and justice, not justice. Have a good night. It was so funny. A voice of reason and justice. Have a blessed night. Shalom, sisters. AHAYAH. Shalom. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy Brew Year.